all the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Free cleft surgery program in Sulu transforms lives of 43 beneficiaries. Another municipality in southern Leyte declares stable internal peace and security. Ophel intensifies into typhoon, signal number 1 up over 6 areas. Meralco to hike rates this month.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Wednesday, November 13, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our stories, Advanced Craniofacial Project Philippines Incorporated, in partnership with the 11th Infantry Division and the Sulu Provincial Government, conducted a 3-day free cleft surgery operation at Camp Bautista in Hulo, Sulu. The program benefited 43 individuals, primarily children, and provided additional minor surgeries for 7 others, giving renewed hope to underserved communities. ACPPI CEO May Ann Padilla and 11 ID leaders expressed gratitude to local government officials. Major General Leonardo Peña, the 11 ID commander, emphasized the importance of the division's support in enhancing lives through accessible healthcare initiatives in Sulu.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Another municipality in southern Leyte declared stable internal peace and security. Tomas Opus marked the said milestone in local peace efforts with a memorandum of understanding signing, led by Mayor Jessica Marie Escanio Pano and key leaders. This MOU transfers internal security operations to the local government, empowering the local government unit to sustain peace through the Municipal Peace and Order Council and MTF-LCAC. The event included a pledge of commitment, dove release, and a rendition of Pilipinas Kung Mahal.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in from Shai about 11 ID launches Intercolor Sports Fest.
Yes, good afternoon. 11th Infantry Division kicked off the Intercolor Sports Fest at Camp Tudolfo Batista, Hulusulu yesterday. The event was presided by 11th ID Commander Major General Leonardo I. Peña. The activity featured an oath of sportsmanship, team battle cries, and banner racing, promotes camaraderie and teamwork among division personnel. The Sports Fest is part of pre-anniversary celebrations leading up to the unit's 6th founding anniversary on December 1. This is Shai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy reported that 29 Chinese vessels, including 15 Chinese Coast Guard and 40 People's Liberation Army Navy vessels, passed through areas in the West Philippine Sea last October. Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, the Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, assured the public of the armed forces' vigilance and commitment to maritime security. In total, the Navy monitored 13,874 vessels across the Philippine waters in October. It highlights its dedication in protecting the country's sovereignty and maritime interests.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines and To Go Group Incorporated have agreed a deal aimed at supporting AFP personnel and their families at main headquarters Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. The agreement was signed by Civil Relations Service AFP Commander Major General Ramon Zagala, Philippine Army, and SAVP Head of Marketing Francis John Chua, who represented To Go Group Incorporated Chief Financial Officer William Charles Howell. As part of the partnership, To-Go Group will offer a 20% discount on applicable base rates for all To-Go travel routes and a 10% discount on To-Go Express Domestic and FedEx International Standard Delivery Services for AFP personnel and their dependents. Moreover, the two organizations have committed to draft a memorandum of agreement to formalize this collaboration further and explore the additional ways to benefit the AFP personnel in the future.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let's hear a report on the ground while Philippine Air Force wraps up fourth quarter command conference, launches key initiatives. Going for the details, Glenn Guthian.
Yes, good afternoon. The Philippine Air Force concluded its two-day fourth quarter command conference in Pasay City, presided over by Commanding General Lieutenant General Stephen P. Pareño. The conference gathered top PAF leaders, including Vice Commander Major General Rasotel D. Gonzalez and other senior officers, to review recent accomplishments, address critical issues, and outline strategic directions. New initiatives were launched, including the AIBDC-1 QR code system for streamlined reporting, a doctrine development handbook, and updated safety and maintenance manuals. Moreover, outstanding PAF units were recognized for exemplary service, underscoring their commitment to accountability, good governance, and operational excellence. This is your Glenn Gulchan reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Glenn Guthian.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 2nd Platoon 2nd CMO Company of the 14th Civil Military Operations Battalion joined forces with Technical Education and Skills Development Authority and the City's Social Welfare Development Office in Barangay Pili, Danau City, Cebu to support nearly 200 residents. TESDA provided baking and dishwashing liquid making demos, introducing the livelihood skills, while CSWDO marked Children's Month with a lecture on children's rights and distributed supplies to 100 students. Army personnel ensured the security, emphasizing the power of community collaboration for skills development, education, and health.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, Tropical Cyclone Ophel has further strengthened and is now a typhoon. According to Pagasa, the center of the typhoon is 475 kilometers east-northeast of Virac, Catanduanes. 6 areas are now under signal number 1. These are Cagayan, including Babuyan Islands, the northern and central portions of Isabela, Apayao, the eastern portion of Kalinga, the easternmost portion of Mountain Province, and the easternmost portion of Ifugao.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From First CRG, let us hear some information from Joanne about GMA KFI, DepEd, the LGU, and JTF Tala unite to enhance the education resources for children in Benguet.
In a powerful partnership aimed at improving education and uplifting communities in remote areas, the Joint Task Force Tala of the Philippine Army, Department of Education, Local Government Unit, and the GMA Kapuso Foundation Incorporated joined forces for the signing of a Memorandum of Agreement and the groundbreaking of a new 3-classroom Kapuso-type building at Kotkot Talabis Elementary School in Barangay Bangao, Bugyas, Benguet on November 10, 2024. This event represents a joint commitment in delivering much-needed educational resources to underserved areas. The 50th Infantry Battalion under the Joint Task Force Tala played an integral role in the project, providing logistical support and coordination with the local communities to ensure the smooth execution of the construction phase. The 548th Engineering Construction Battalion under the 51st Engineering Brigade was also present, underscoring the Army's crucial involvement in the building construction and their support for the development of basic facilities in remote schools. The GMA Kapuso Foundation, represented by its Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer Ms. Ricky Escudero Catibog, has been a steadfast supporter of education initiatives throughout the country. Together with the Joint Task Force Tala of the Philippine Army, GMA Kapuso Foundation aims to provide a safe and functional learning environment, especially in underserved and indigenous areas, through the School Development Project. Alongside the MOA signing and the groundbreaking ceremony, ceremony, gift packs to students were also distributed as part of the Give a Give Alay sa Batang Pinoy program. This collaborative effort brought joy to the children who received essential items, food and toys, a testament to the joint dedication of the GMA Kapuso Foundation and the Army to provide meaningful support to children in need. This is John Sagauk reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne from First Year G.
DWDD National News.
The Department of the Interior Local Government asked the local government units in the northern part of Luzon to preposition all resources for Typhoon Rofh, particularly those in Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, and Cordillera Administrative Region. Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla asked the LGUs to take note of advisories such as preemptive evacuation and geohazards. He also urged them to ensure that emergency response teams, rescue units, and relevant personnel are fully equipped.
DWDD National News.
The town of Dilasag, Aurora was affected by Tropical Storm Nika after it made landfall on Tuesday morning. Residents are calling for aid due to the damage to the municipality despite Nika being only a few hours in the area. Throughout Dilasag, many trees were felled by strong winds while several houses and structures showed massive damage. Electricity and communication lines have yet to return in Casiguran and Dilasag. Aurora remains on alert for other incoming typhoons that might hit the province.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let us hear the details about Philippine Army, BJMP, and Community Unite for clean-up drive in Tuburan, Cebu. Go ahead, Mark.
Yes, Rofh. Troops from the 2nd Platoon, 2nd Simo Company Philippine Army partnered with Bureau of Jail Management and Penology Tuburan and local residents for a cleanup drive in Barangay Tuminhaw, Tuburan, Cebu. The initiative promoted environmental cleanliness and waste management, highlighting the Army and BJMP's commitment to community development and environmental stewardship. This collaboration reflects the Army's dedication to both national security and local welfare. This is Mark reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mark.
DWDD National News.
For other development stories, the House of Representatives approved a bill creating the Department of Disaster Resilience. According to Albay Representative Joey Salceda, the DDR will be the principal government institution responsible for ensuring the safe, adaptive, and disaster-resilient communities. This will also be the primary government agency for leading, organizing, and managing the national effort to reduce disaster risk and respond to disasters. Salceda added that these provisions will address the loopholes under Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010.
DWDD National News.
There are at least 44 Filipinos abroad currently facing the death penalty according to the Department of Migrant Workers. This was disclosed during the Senate plenary deliberations in the proposed 2025 national budget. The MW budget sponsor Senator Joel Villanueva disclosed that 41 of the Filipinos on death row are in Malaysia, 2 are in Brunei, and 1 is in Saudi Arabia. Their cases are mostly drug-related and murder.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let us hear more from Gina about the Philippine Army Chief receives the U.S. Legion of Merit for strengthening Philippine-U.S. defense ties.
Yes, Rofh, Commanding General of the Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Roy M. Galido was awarded the U.S. Legion of Merit degree of Commander in Washington, D.C. for his instrumental role in fortifying Philippine-U.S. defense collaboration. The award recognizes his leadership in advancing the Philippine Army's modernization and readiness, fostering stronger interoperability through large-scale exercises such as Salaknib and Balikatan, and enhancing security operations amid shifting Indo-Pacific dynamics. Relatedly, Lieutenant General Galido joins the ranks of esteemed Filipino leaders, including former President Fidel V. Ramos, who have received this distinguished honor. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Gina.
DWDD National News.
And for other national news, two bills that would support the overseas Filipino workers were passed on second reading at the House of Representatives. The lower chamber approved the House Bill 10914, or the Free Financial Education Act for OFWs and their families, which mandate comprehensive financial literacy training as part of the pre-departure orientation seminars and post-arrival training seminars. Meanwhile, House Bill 10959, or the OFW Remittance Protection Act, would provide a 50% discount on remittance fee for the funds sent to the Philippines by the OFWs. House Committee on Overseas Workers Affairs and Tingog Party List Representative Jude Asidre. The measure is designed to empower OFWs with the financial knowledge necessary to protect their hard-earned income.
DWDD National News.
Power rates would go up by 43 centavos per kilowatt hour this November, according to Meralco. This brings the overall rate for a typical household to 11 peso and 85.69 centavos per kilowatt hour. The adjustment would be equivalent to an increase of around 85 pesos per month for residential customers consuming 200 kilowatt hours. Meralco said the rate hike was due to increases in all its segments.
Armed Forces Radio.
And let us hear more updates from Beth Tañete about Philippine Army Chief and U.S. Army leaders discuss strengthening bilateral ties and capabilities.
Lieutenant General Roy M. Galido, Commanding General of the Philippine Army, engaged in a strategic talk with the U.S. Army leaders at the Pentagon. The discussion focused on U.S. support to enhance Philippine Army facilities and capabilities. Moreover, Lieutenant General Galido also held a bilateral meeting with the Lieutenant General David J. Francis to emphasize the significance of joint training exercises and the alliance between the two armies. This is Bethaniata reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for the Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tañete.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Meljoy of 1st CRG about JTF Karagatan conducts collaborative efforts for Typhoon Nika.
Yes, Rofh, in response to the impact of Typhoon Nika on vulnerable areas in northern Luzon, the Joint Task Force Karagatan, under the Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines, launched a series of coordinated rescue and relief operations. As part of this initiative, a squadron under 4th Marine Brigade provided manpower assistance in the distribution of 1,500 relief goods from the GMA Kapuso Foundation on November 11, 2024. The squadron focused on reaching the most affected barangays of Tangatan, Santa Cruz, Palawig Centro, and San Vicente and Santa Ana, Cagayan. Additionally, disaster response and rescue teams and search and rescue and response teams under Naval Forces Northern Luzon that include Joint Task Unit La Union, Pangasinan, Ilocos Sur, Ilocos Norte, and Batanes remain on high alert, prepared for the potential deployment in response to the typhoon effect. This collaborative effort underscores the NOLCOM and the Philippine Navy to work alongside stakeholders to facilitate a prompt and sustainable response to disasters, highlighting the commitment to support communities affected by natural disasters, ensuring timely assistance, and to aid those in need. This is Meldry Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy from 1st CRG.
DWDD National News.
Moreover, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has shifted its drug war campaign from intensified rehabilitation to a new strategy that would focus on the supply side. Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla said a new strategy in the fight against illegal drugs was discussed during a meeting with the President and the heads of the law enforcement agencies in Malacanang. He explained that the government is now going heavy on the supply side, chasing after the big guns, the big suppliers, and the main men involved in the importation of drugs. He also disclosed that the number one source of the drug trade in the country is apparently still inside Muntinlupa jail.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Higher Education announced that the University of the Philippines has upgraded its Drugs of Abuse Research Laboratory. This aims to enhance the Philippine government's efforts in identifying, controlling, and neutralizing drug abuse. CHED Secretary Popoy De Vera explained that UP now uses advanced equipment to identify a broader range of drug compounds, including new party drugs in real time. De Vera said they recognize the expertise of UP Manila in chemical and health sciences, and they want this expertise to be at the service of the government.
Armed Forces Radio.
Updates from Ella Mercado about authorities nab a most wanted person in anti-criminality campaign in Rizal.
The Criminal Investigation and Detection Group Rizal Provincial Field Unit operatives together with personnel of Binangonan Municipal Police Station arrested a most wanted person in the target list of Rizal PNP after the anti-criminality operation which was carried out in the said municipality night of November 11, 2024. According to the report reaching Rizal Provincial Police Office Director Police Colonel Felipe Maragon, the arrested wanted person identified as Elias Bochkok, a 50-year-old resident of Cardona, Rizal, facing a crime of violating Republic Act 9165, otherwise known as Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act Law of 2002. By virtue of warrant of arrest issued by the court, Elias Bochkok was required to deposit an amount of 200,000 pesos for its temporary release. The suspect is now under the custody of Binangonan MPS for proper documentation. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let's hear from Sen about 9th CMO Battalion conducts series of relief operations in Camarines Sur.
Yes, Rofh, the 9th Civil Military Operations Battalion, under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Johnny Vidanias, in coordination with various military units, local government units, and non-governmental organizations, successfully conducted a series of relief operations in different municipalities of Camarines Sur. The operations were generously supported by Lander Superstores, St. Luke's Medical Center, and Santa Monica Academy, Batch 1995 and Batch 2000, who sponsored the distribution of goods and other relief materials. These relief efforts were made possible through the collaborative work of various military and civilian organizations. The relief teams distributed essential goods to beneficiaries from different barangays of Milaor, Nabua, and Baaw, all from Camarines Sur. The CMO Regiment, together with the Kaagapay Battalion, continues to be a key partner in providing assistance and support to communities in need, particularly during times of crisis. This is Sana from Sorcom, reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sana from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine National Police Civil Security Group will visit individuals who were issued licenses to own and possess firearms nationwide. This is for inspection and verification in preparation for the 2025 national and local elections. PNP spokesperson Police Brigadier General Jean Fajardo said authorities will prioritize around 2,000 holders of the Type 5 license or those who are allowed to own more than 15 firearms. She said authorities will check if their licenses are valid and if the firearms are in their actual possession during the visit. Fajardo clarified that authorities will first write to the gun owners before visiting.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.